Hello friends, so we are going to start this Anthropology Gene 2025 optional batch for civil services. So I thought of making a series of videos of common misconceptions among the common public or among the students as to the evolution of humankind. In this first common misconception that people kept on asking, even during my college days, there used to be a lot of fights as to okay, evolution is just a theory. There is no facts or evidence in relation to evolution. That's what people kept on saying. And the next one was, if we have evolved from chimpanzees, then why do chimpanzees exist in the forest? These are two types of different methods of asking the same question, as to you don't have evidence as to how this evolution happened. But what I want to suggest, and through this is what we will learn in anthropology as well. It is an interesting optional. What we will learn is that there are evidences, there are facts, and there are a line of evolving primates from which we have evolved. We are denying our ancestors the meaning of everything by saying that we have not evolved from them. But first, we have to show them the evidence. So we'll look at through all these evidences in the video which is going to come. You can also put in other doubts that you may have, but first we'll clarify on this doubt whether facts are there, whether evidences are there, whether we have our ancestors or have we arisen from chimpanzee. That's what we will see in this video. So let's go into the video. So welcome to Minds of Aspirant, and Anthropology Gene 2025 is the batch that we are going to start. And my name is SivaRajaRajendran. And with that information, so we'll go into the video details. So now look at this. So many of you might have thought that there is no evidence for evolution. That is why they have this whole point of humans evolving from monkeys, monkeys evolving to humans, and there is a whole set of memes going around. But this is Sahelanthropus tchadensis. This is one of the most earliest evidences of skulls, which is actually 7 to 6 million years old. This is the line where humans are. It is supposed to be said that this is where the humans started evolving. This is not the only fossil that we have acquired as to establishing our ancestry to the primates. Rather, you look at the sequential order in which it comes. This is Oronin tchadensis. It comes around the year 6 to 5.7 million years. So you will have this Sahelanthropus tchadensis at an earlier age. Then comes this fossil where we have found this fossil, and that gives us an idea of the link between the species that we have evolved into from a common ancestor. And then comes the species of the species of around this 4.4 million years, where you have this Ardipithecus ramidus. You can look at the species, that is, it will be partially hanging and partially down. So what scientists or archaeologists or anthropologists are saying is that this was an in-between species. That is, it had its adaptations to climbing as well as to walking. You can look at the diagram in that. This fossil is kind of an very interesting fossil. Then comes this very close fossil, or it is supposed to be, she is supposed to be our ancestor, or she is the one who is called as Australopithecus afarensis, commonly named as Lucy. They found her fossil intact. So this is the fossil that she was, or her fossil, her bones has given us this detail about who she is and how we have evolved from it. You can take a very closer look at her. She is a direct descendant, or we are our direct descendant from her. and it is around 4 to 3 million years. So a sequential order of species, Sahelanthropus, tchadensis, tchadensis, then this ramidus which was there, then this afarensis which is there, and sooner after you have other species or other fossils which then becomes very closer to us, and that's the species, or this is a species which actually was a test species, that is Paranthropus. This test species was very much closer to Australopithecus. But what happened is that this evolved into a deadline. You can look at evolution into this. We imagine that we have arisen just from a common person to directly to humans. No, there have been many branches in between. This Paranthropus is a branch out of the human line. This ended into a dead zone. But or the Homo line started evolving into very good, not very good. So it started evolving into an upright walking person, Homo habilis. This was around, the time when after this Australopithecus or Lucy, after Australopithecus, you have this Homo habilis. The Paranthropus diverges into one separate line, but that actually goes extinct. But you have this Homo habilis, which is called as the handyman. Then you have this Homo erectus, which is very, very similar or very similar looking to humans. You can look at the way, the person looks. This is a reconstruction. It's not the photograph that we have of the Homo erectus. It's a reconstruction of the skull which was there. And you can imagine how the distinctions have happened and how very close to humans that they have evolved. Then you have the species of Neanderthals, very common or not common, commonly found in Europe. So many skulls we have. This is a species which we have intermingled with. There is a theory of the species having, fought with humans and have lost. But you look at the face or the reconstruction of the Neanderthal which is there, no one would want to, we are very close. And if you look at it, it just looks, or Neanderthals looks like our, closest cousin. There is a separate video. I'll make a separate video where a recent evidences of Pablo Swante and many other who recently got this Nobel, who spoke about how this species intermixed with human species, and that we have a gene from the species of Neanderthal. So that's a separate video. I'll make it into a separate video. So to summarize, so this is the Neanderthal. To summarize this whole thing, there is a huge misconception saying that we evolved from chimpanzees. Now look at this whole thing. That is, there is a common ancestor. That is, you will find that the common ancestor was Sahelanthropus tchadensis ancestor. This is the first skull that I showed you. This is the ancestor of that skull. Then what happens is that there is a division happening where around 7 million years, you can go check the video, you can pause the video and go back and check how around 7 million years you start finding this skull of Sahelanthropus tchadensis, which I said is the Homo line. Now you look at how the divergence happens. One line diverges into the chimpanzee line. That is the primate line. The next line, if you see, this chimpanzee line goes into this line or chimpanzee that we find today. So people misconceive saying that if humans have evolved from chimpanzee, then why do the chimpanzees are alive today? This is a very wrong way of looking at it, because the common ancestor has diverged into two streams. One stream has evolved into a chimpanzee, the other stream has evolved into the human line. And you will find that now we have exquisite human looking people that very much resemble, or this is the, okay, so we very much, so most of us, not most of us, every one of us resemble, the human line resembles the chimpanzee line. Chimpanzees are our cousins. They are not, or we are not descended from chimpanzees. It's a very wrong notion. That is, we have evolved as separate species from the 7 million years, and that has resulted in two different species. One is in the forest, waiting to take over the world, and another is in the world and is responsible for taking over all the things in the world. So this is the short story of evolution which I wanted to talk about. So rest of the things we will see one by one in one of the videos which may come. You can put in other doubts, common misconception, anthropology related doubts. You can put in here. We will clarify. So we will be having the following programs in Minds of Aspirant. You can contact the number given for further details. But the list of programs are, so the first one will be Acumen answer writing. So this will be a complete portion or guidance, feedback, everything will be part of this. So the explanation videos and orientation will be provided in the links below. You can check the description. And the next program will be for people who are writing mains. So this is Acumen Plus. It will be focused on one-on-one interaction with the mains candidates as to their requirements, how do you go about things and others. So the next will be this Acumen 2024 mains program, especially for the people who are writing mains. So feedback will be directly given and other things will be there. So you can also check. The next will be this gene anthropology optional way forward. That is what needs to be done for the optional is what is this batch. Okay. Okay. இல்ல திருப்பி சொல்லிடுறேன். So we are going to have the following programs in Minds of Aspirant. The first will be Acumen answer writing. This will be a complete GS paper 4, 3, 2, 1, including essay and everything, one-on-one feedback and everything will be part of this program. The next is this Acumen Plus program. This is for the main student. What are their deficiencies, where they have to improve, and other things that you may be worried about will be covered in this program. The second or the third is this gene anthropology optional. Next year, anyone who is going to write, you can participate, and even people who are going to write this time can also look forward in this batch. And anthropology Taumai answer writing, anyone who is wanting to write answers this time or next time, you can participate in this program. And the next is actually Lincoln or this program or complete program where you will have an guidance from the start till the end that you reach your interview. These are the programs. So thank you for watching this video from Minds of Aspirant. Please do subscribe to Minds of Aspirant, and there is also a Telegram channel. You can click that channel and join the channel for both GS and anthropology. It is there. You can ask any of your doubts in that. I will be very happy to clarify you. Thank you and all the best.